Maybe like this?
There we go.
All right,
There we go.
bet.
That looks good. Give it up for Necrotic Noise. Yeah. All right, hell yeah. How you doing, bro?
Good, how are you?
I'm amazing, man. I'm doing good. Thanks for coming out here. It's been a long time coming, dude.
I appreciate you having on me, dude.
Of course.
I've been seeing all the guests, and I feel very appreciative to be one of them to join.
It's been all the homies, like like you probably know every single person that's been on so far.
Yeah, I heard one guest, mention me quite a lot. Kush, I love you. Thank you, my guy.
Yeah. Wait, is that episode even out yet?
Mm-mm.
Oh shit.
But by the time this one comes out,
Yeah, true. Shout out to all of our guests. Love all of you guys. Yeah, we go way back. We shouted you out. We told the story. Me and when we had Zygon on, we told the story of you and I's first trip out to Colorado for you to play that show.
Oh yeah, that was insane, dude.
So yeah, we touched on that. We won't get into that whole thing again, but that was such a crazy night. That was such an insane experience.
Dude, I think it's even insane that when we found out, the moment that we found out that we were producers, even when we used to just fucking play soccer together, dude, back at the park, and
let's talk about that.
We were literally leaving the park. And I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go make some music, and you're like, what? You make music? You make music? And that was like the beginning of the friendship.
Like, hold on.
That was what, like
it started with soccer.
like, dude, probably like 2017, I think.
Yep.
Like right after graduating high
Exactly.
school. Yeah, bro, we were just leaving soccer, and I just mentioned I was gonna go make some beats, and Ian's like, you make music? I'm like, you make music? Yeah, and that's where it started.
Damn, you guys are approaching 10 years.
Oh,
That's
over 10 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well over 10 years.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude. I remember like the first time we met was in like math class.
Yep.
In high school.
Bro, your name in my phone is still Ian from math class. Bro, I swear to God. I swear to God, dude.
That was so fucking long ago. That's
dude.
crazy. And then yeah, like I was like, yeah, he's chill, he's cool. I wasn't really making music back then. I don't know if you were. But then yeah, it was like that year after high school, we were all just kind of like hanging out, and tons of us would meet up and just go play soccer and just kick it. And
honestly, those were the days.
Those were the fucking best days, bro.
And yeah, we had, even through school, we had no clue that either of us was producing at all. So it was just a crazy moment, just one random day after, just working out.
On that mic for me.
Just one random day, just after, playing some good soccer, just finding out that we both make music. It was just super random shit.
Random as fuck. I think I was like, hold on, what kind of music do you make? You were like, oh, like electronic shit. And I was like, hold up, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was game over from there.
And then I was like, yeah, we got to meet up. And then I came through to where you were staying at the time. And yeah, you just showed me all the stuff you were working on. I don't know if you were in school for it at that point or not.
No, I think that was before I went to school, but I do remember that setup, bro. It was in Mikey's fucking closet, dude. Just like with the little desk and some like cardboard. Dude, the beginning of it all, dude.
It was a good setup, though.
Dude, it worked, dude. Made some banger tracks in that little closet.
Produced in the closet.
Yeah, dude, in the closet. Most, and those are the days, people don't realize that, like, you don't have to have the best equipment to make good music.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect example of us, like, coming up and making pretty decent music at the time with some garbage, like, old speakers, bro. Like, I think one of the pair of speakers you gave me was literally like AV or AC/DC connection, like wired connection to an amplifier, bro, through an aux.
That amp was this fucking big.
So, dude, like, it wasn't even through an audio interface or anything. Like, it was like bare bones production, like old school PC. Everything.
When did you guys come out of the closet?
I don't even know, honestly. I think whenever
I still produce in the closet.
Of course. I think whenever I moved back to my mom's house and I got a room again, I set up a whole desk and actually got some big boy speakers. This is when I got my JBL set up, got an audio interface, a mic and everything. I think that's also when I got my Tractor DJ controller, which I still have. So you'll build equipment over time.
I think when I first met you, that's what you were rocking with.
Yep.
At that time.
It was fresh, dude. It was fresh. It had just come out back then, too.
I'm trying to remember what year that was. That had to have been...
it had to be 2017.
2017, probably
it's
like
2017, 2018, yeah.
Yep. And yeah, when we first linked up, I don't know if you were I think you were in Logic, right?
Yeah, I was in Logic.
Did you start in FL and then go to Logic?
Yeah, so I started off in FL making just beats, like, just beats, because the beat grid's amazing. Learned in FL, and I was only making beats at the time just because, um, just because all my homies were rapping, making beats. So like
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of electronic music, but it didn't really like hit off with me to start producing it for a while. So yeah, I was in FL. Then whenever I made the move to start school for the electronic after producing a little bit, that's when I get into Logic. And then I got into Logic a little bit. I got access to everything like Pro Tools, Cubase, and then of course Ableton, which I fell in love with Ableton. That's what I'm still using to this day.
And when you were just in Logic because that's what you were like, that's your assignments and stuff.
Yep. Like I think the first I think maybe like half a year or maybe like 3/4 of a year I had to use Logic, and then they gave me the licensing for like everything else, like Pro Tools and Cubase, and like of course everything else is nice for recording, but that's whenever we got to choose, using the DAW of our choice for our assignments. Bro. So I was going crazy in Ableton.
That's like Harry Potter at Hogwarts, like when they sort you into houses.
Finally getting into Slytherin, I was like, yes.
Yes, Ableton.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, and then you made that switch, and then collabs became a little bit different. I think I remember when you switched to Ableton, and then like because when we were both in Logic, the collabs were a little, I don't know if it was easier, but it was just different.
Oh, they're way more fluid because we could just give each other project files back and forth, and it worked.
Yeah, but then shit got a lot better once you switched to Ableton.
Yep.
Like quality of music stepped up a lot.
Do any of these Logic collabs exist anywhere?
Dude, you know what I was listening to the other day was Sticky Chops.
Yes, bro. Actually, I was just gonna say, I think if you go to my SoundCloud, I do have whenever I did the switch to Necrotic Noise from the Deems project, the little transition, I do have a playlist on my SoundCloud that is Deems old tracks. And if you go like all the way to the bottom, there may even be some like Insomnious like tracks, and was our first collab project.
First side project, Insomnious.
That goes way back,
dude. So I remember like super deep lore. We went to a show one time. This was like when I first started like meeting you guys and hanging out with like your group of friends and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like you were being so cool, like welcoming me into like this group of homies and stuff. I felt great. We went to a show one time, and then we went to an after party. And I won't say the guy's name, but there's a guy there at this like after thing, and we were, late into the night. We were talking about music. This guy supposedly had connections, and we were showing him our stuff. And you showed him some of your stuff. I showed him some of my stuff, and he was totally like not fucking with my stuff. He's like, yeah.
Oh.
And then we kind of regrouped and went back to the drawing board, and we were like, yeah, I think we would do better if we did a duo, and that's I think where we birthed this Insomnious idea. And we did have a couple tunes on there, like on a SoundCloud. There is music out there you can go find it. There's like a 5 in the name. Like one of the S's is a 5 or some shit. I don't even know.
Yeah, I think it's like the S in the middle of the word is a 5.
Yeah.
But that was definitely, I think like early on we were making like really weird, like deepy, like weird experimental bass.
Yeah, it was like,
and then it was towards the later end of the project. It was kind of the early birth of our rhythm journey, to be honest, where we started making
crunchy
rhythm.
Shit. Yeah. And then, that just became, we kind of lost the direction a little bit, but that's just because we were evolving as producers and stuff.
Oh yeah. We were finding what lane we were going to take as individuals and like where our sounds were at.
Yep.
And I think I really love death step, and like, that's kind of like where my beginnings of electronic music, comes from. So that's kind of what I've lent towards my path. And like, I feel like you've been more on like the melodic side of the spectrum, and like we've both just, even if we're on the same road, it's like parallel, bro. We're keeping it going. We're keeping it going.
I mean, dude, we can look back, and now it's been almost 10 years on the dot. From where we started.
Yeah, that's crazy to think about, honestly.
Yeah. Seeing just the progress in both of our productions. Like if you could go show yourself from 10 years ago, the tadpole clip that you just put out, I think he would shit the fucking bed.
Oh
dude.
Yeah.
Like,
No, older me
out.
Would be like, "What the fuck is this, dog?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Yeah, I made this, bro." And he'd be like, "No, we didn't. No, we didn't, dude."
Dude, that would light a fire under his ass, though.
Dude, I definitely wish like early on as an early producer, like really stepping in and getting serious about it, that I could see some of the progress and like some of the friends I've made and some of the
Dude.
like idols that I have that are literally like friends to me. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? So like I really wish I could go back those days because as a young producer, you're like, my shit's garbage. Like nobody's gonna fuck with me.
Mhm.
But you'll get there. You'll get there. So I
You
wish
stick
I
with
wish
it, yeah.
younger Brandon would have known that.
Dude, yeah, honestly, and now you know that now, so that gives you motivation
Oh yeah.
for the present
Oh yeah.
because if you keep with it, then someday, future tense from now, shit'll be even crazier,
Oh yeah.
you know?
I'm like, damn, bro. Wish 27-year-old Brandon knew this. That's crazy, dude.
So we did so like yeah, Insomnius, and then Deem started like you found your sound, man. Like you started doing your thing and like making this heavy fucking dubstep, and it was like blowing me away, the production quality of it all and the uniqueness and the originality, and how like you were you weren't trying to like copy other people's shit. You were trying to just like design your own sound and expand on that,
Oh yeah.
which was super fucking amazing, dude. Like like that's something I'm jealous of. I wish I had more of that, where I could just like go crazy with the sound design.
See, I wish I had more melody skills and like some of the like
The grass is always greener.
happier stuff. But definitely, dude, I can say like out of the 10 years I've been making music, I've probably spent like 4 or 5 years like solely just on like sound design shit. So it's
Yeah,
like
bro.
it takes a lot. And like even with when I talk to new dudes that are like, how do I find my sound or make this? It's literally like sit there for hours and explore literally like what everything is, what it does, like
Hmm.
what it will do to your sound. And like I can say over the years I've also, got tips from a lot of, people that I admire. So that's
For
helped
sure.
a fuck ton.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, that's something that you've been like a seeker of knowledge too this whole time.
Oh yeah.
Like you're always like, oh, this new synth just came out, or like these new plugins just came out. I gotta get them. I gotta try them. I gotta see what they do.
Oh yeah.
And I'm over here. I'm like, man, you already got all the plugins that you need. Like, use those. And you're like, no, I want to learn the new shit. And I want to like get on the new shit.
Dude, it's funny because I'll watch, YouTube videos of dudes where it's like, hey, here's some weird plugin reviews, and it's like, I already have all these. Like, what's the
What's next,
purpose of
bro?
watching this? You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying?
You gotta start making those videos.
I know, dude. As far as like spreading knowledge, that's where I've like I started the Discord. Like I have a little Void Walker Discord.
Mm.
And on Tuesdays, I have a little producer get together, and that's like the main goal is just trying to spread a lot of like knowledge I have because
Nice. It's huge.
there's already tons of resources on like making bases and all this other stuff. But I don't think there's enough like actual like personalized advice out here for people. There's a lot of
Yeah.
killer producers in St. Louis. And I'm
Mhm.
just trying to get like a community of all the producers together, spread that
Hell yeah.
knowledge, get creative, have a place for collaboration. Honestly, just kicking it. Like there's times we're just kicking it, playing Rocket League on the server.
That's fucking
So if
sick,
you're
dude.
interested, get at me.
Yeah, go ahead and repeat what day and what that is. Where to
Yeah.
catch it.
Tuesday nights, we do it around 6 p.m. Central Time on the Voidwalker Union Discord. If you go to my Instagram in my link in bio, there's actually on my link tree, there will be a link to it.
Hell yeah. Go check that out. Get some sauce.
And there's
For the
free
free.
sauce and plug-in sauce in the Discord.
Oh shit, really?
Yep, free
Oh,
racks,
fuck.
everything.
Oh damn, dude. Did you upgrade? Ever?
Yeah, I have Ableton 12.
Oh,
Thanks to my boy Hated, actually. My boy Hated actually hooked
Shout
me up
out.
with Ableton 12, so I do have Ableton 12.
Nice, bro. How you liking the Switch, man? How's life on the top of the mountain?
It's killer, dude. Honestly, I think the best thing about Ableton, in my opinion, especially with 12, is Max for live devices. There's a lot of people and a lot of creators nowadays that have really exploited, I'd say, Max for live devices, and you can pretty much make your own plugins.
Yeah.
So there's tons of just like killer spectral plugins that are out there
Nice.
nowadays that are Max for live devices. So and spectral plugins are the key to nasty sound design these days, and just very unique sound design.
Yeah. I'm really not hip on Max for live devices. I'm still rocking 10 too, so I don't have a lot.
Bro, speaking of like spectral plugins, do you remember that one plugin we used to use that was a reactor plugin to where you could kind of like split or cut out the frequencies?
Oh, what was it called? Do you remember?
I don't think it was called like splice or split or something, but you remember I'm talking about? You could put a sound wave in there
Yeah. Oh,
and
it
you could
was,
cut out specific
it was
frequencies.
like it was Iris.
Is it Iris?
I think it was Iris.
Dude, that was early spectral
Yeah.
shit, and I didn't even know at the
Dude,
time.
yeah.
Now I'm using
You could
tons
select
of
the
it.
frequencies that
Yeah,
you wanted. And
like
shit.
literally, like
Yeah.
resonant frequencies. You could just be like,
Yep.
and that spectrum was gone.
I missed that thing, dude. I
Yeah.
had like the free demo and I got rid of it.
That was killer. Early days of spectral synthesis.
I need to do some research and find some good spectral resonators.
Oh, you got to upgrade to Ableton 12 if you can,
Yeah.
man. It's definitely worth it. And I'd say with some of the newer updates they've put out with the stem splitting and stuff like that they're coming out with.
Yeah.
And some of the plugins that they've made too. They've got some really good just stock Ableton plugins now. That's the whole suite. And
That's what I'm hearing.
I'll Ableton all day long, bro. So
Yeah, I think that's going to be a 2026 goal. At some point, I'll make the switch. I got the money. I just don't have the motivation.
yeah, I don't even know how much it would be for you to upgrade. I think maybe like $200 or something
think
like
so,
that, which
yeah.
is still like steep, bro. Like it's still steep to think about.
I mean, it's not
That's what I miss
free,
about
but-
FL Studio, though,
Right.
dude, is lifetime purchase. But shout out to FL because that's how I learned how to make music in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, you can't.
Those are the two goats in my mind. You either go FL or Ableton. There's no other way. Logic is a
Yeah.
good way to start learning, but like I feel like its capabilities are kind of
Yeah, you run into a plateau after a while.
yeah.
Definitely. Boom! Just hit a dead air pocket right there.
LoveNote is an app for finding friends and partners based on shared musical culture. Find all events near you. Filter by genre and distance. Use harmonies to find friends and dates for specific events. See your harmonies' shared taste in music. Use your shared taste to find events you will both enjoy. Invite harmonies to events. Generate collaborative playlists based on your shared tastes. View and manage all of your playlists. Choose between friends and dating to find dance partners for every occasion. Enjoy full access on the web. Android and iOS are in open beta. LoveNote. Don't just date, harmonize.
Okay, so keep going through the lore. Like, you're finding your sound. I think. I mean, I wanna. I don't know.
Should we talk? I mean, you didn't even talk about the beginning of like how Deems became a thing.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I mean, so yeah, the Deems thing was because at the time, like I was very prominent with 5-methoxyl dimethotriptamine. At the time,
Very
and
knowledgeable.
very knowledgeable and shamanistic with my friends, just like sharing it as a medicine and sharing experiences with people. And yeah, the spirit molecule. And realistically, at the beginning, I was making kind of experimental, I'd say, kind of like tipperish style music.
Yeah.
But then I loved heavy music. I always loved heavy music, and I really got into it. And it was a story of balancing like the light and the heavy. And I wanted to incorporate kind of like the entire world, just because DMT isn't literally like 99.9% of all living things. So it's kind of like balancing light and heavy. So I mixed, world rhythms with heavy dubstep music. And then how I've gotten to the morph of Necrotic Noise where I'm at, I kind of felt I was kind of at a standstill with my creativity with the Deems project, kind of always incorporating world music. And at the time with the mask, like I wasn't getting much attention with the mask. There are some people that are like, it's kind of cringe, blah, blah, blah. Then everybody blows up with masks as soon as I take it off. Just saying. But I actually landed one of my goals when I started making dubstep music. I said to myself, because I was a huge Deathstep listener, loved Code Pandorum, loved Crow's Nest. One of my ultimate goals when I first started making dubstep music was one day, my ultimate goal is to sign a track to Crow's Nest.
Mm-hmm.
And what was it, 2020, I think it may have been.
That long ago?
No, I think it may have been 2022 or 2023, actually. I actually fulfilled that dream, got a release on Crow's Nest, and that's when I was kind of in between where I wanted to switch with the new project and actually got Sven's input. Sven actually kind of did a switch whenever he did a collab with himself with both of his projects
Okay, yeah,
to kind of do the morph into, I forgot what the name of his project he was doing for a little bit before he went
Inhumane?
back. Inhumane,
Yeah.
with the Inhumane project. So I did the Necrotic Noise switch, got the Crow's Nest release, fulfilled the goal, that I wanted originally, and then now I'm kind of giving up the Deems thing, but the story is Deems has fallen to necrosis, and I'm here as Necrotic Noise, and now I'm a little bit more freely expressing myself with fun sound design. If I want to make a happy track, you know what I'm saying, I will. But I'm gonna stick to making mostly heavy dubstep for the most part. Right. So
it's an evolution.
Yeah,
kind of. You've evolved into the next project.
Yeah, and I've debated on another mask thing for the Necrotic Noise, but the goal is really just be free with creativity and kind of be me, not be in the constraints of the mask, either in the character of the mask. Because ultimately, I love doing a lot of different music. I've picked up a bunch of physical gear to start messing with just to get my love for music back out there instead of making fucking eighth basses, eighth note basses all the time.
Some physical gear can be
good. So it's really, this project is kind of about the slowly fading away of letting go of kind of the past with the necrosis thing of the Deems project and bringing forth me now that I think that I have the skills to actually make what I want, truly just making the music that I want.
Dude, that's it's a freeing feeling.
Yes,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, being yourself. I think honestly, at the end of the day, like if you look at whoever your favorite artist is, there's a lot of dudes with masks that have blown up and stuff. But like my personal favorite artists are the dudes who are genuine themselves. The getters and the people that are like not afraid to just be themselves and put themselves in their music.
Yep, the art speaking for itself. Forefront.
But you're also really fucking good at like taking a theme and like running with it, like doing the like with Deems, like the world music versus the heavy dubstep kind of collaboration. Like you fucking took that to almost all the way, like as far as you could take it. You did so many different types of, even the what was it, the Apex EP that you did?
Oh, and I've never released. You know what? I may actually, since he brought that up, I may go through my computer and release that as like just like a little vault thing on SoundCloud, because those were cool.
Put it on Sagetown, dude.
I'd be down to as free downloads on the Sagetown website. I got that
EP. Hell yeah, put it on Sagetown.
I made like a little EP of like 5 or 6 Apex characters, like theme tracks around them. And dude, I think the Deems project really helped me now, because if you look at like a lot of my tracks now, they're very themed. Like Everybody Hates Rhythm, or like the rhythms, rhythm haters, the tadpoles,
even the World Star one.
Yeah, very thematic with the songs. I've gotten to a point where I'm not really trying to like shit out a lot of songs, and like it's more quality over quantity these days for me. So like I'll do sound design and everything here and once in a while, but I only really like make a track like seriously when I get some like real inspiration. And like the Tadpole track, I was just inspired because we had just got 2 little baby voids, and one of them, Tadpole, just really loved kicking it with me. He like chose me as this person, would constantly lay on my desk.
Oh, that's the cover art.
Yes. Okay. I just got really inspired by him, and the whole time like making the track, he's been at the keyboard chilling, sleeping, just kicking it with me, rubbing his belly.
It's almost a collab at that point.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude, I honestly would have never guessed.
And it's like, meow. That's him meowing, bro, as a kitten, like as a little baby kitten. He had this weird, like, he literally, when he was a little baby kitten, he meowed like Wario, bro. He was like, wah. Yeah,
dude. God.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, very thematic with it, dude. I love that and I think that's where music should be. That's where like my thing is about the art with music, with dubstep. Like, yeah, we love sick, nasty drops, but like there's got to be like something behind, an idea behind the sick, nasty drop. And that's where I just find themes like the World Star, perfect theme for some punchy dubstep. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, yeah.
What's up, Micah?
I will say that Tadpole track is absolutely bonkers. Honestly, one of my favorite tracks I've heard in a while.
It will be coming out soon. I will say my last step of it was, I thought I was done, but then David Nosphere had posted like he was doing a little feedback stream, so I got some feedback from him. The only thing he wanted me to change was the intro kick was a little bit too distorted, and the chords to change up a little bit because they're a little less impactful than the rest of the drop. But other than that, he was like, fix those things and it's a good track. So I fixed those things, and the track will be coming out probably within like a month.
You gonna give us a little clip?
Necrotic noise. No.
Damn, that shit was sick, dude.
I
What the
appreciate it,
fuck,
bro.
bro?
I
Can't wait for that to
appreciate
come out, dude. God, that had me sweating.
Sheesh.
Damn, dude. Yeah, I remember one time you made a whole banger of a song from, like, what was it, like a bird?
Bird noises. I
Yeah.
tried, dude. I actually tried finding that track the other day.
That shit
Because
was-
I was talking. I don't remember who it was in Discord, but I was talking to them, and they were asking. They're asking about the meow in my song, and they're like, "Is that synthesized, whatever?" I'm like, "No, that's Tadpole, but me, affecting it up." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I was like, "Let me see if I can find it." But yeah, Pyrocanthia. If y'all remember,
that was the one. Yeah.
what's his name? Nigel from the Bushland. From
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Nickelodeon. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
from Wild Thornberries.
yeah, Wild Thornberries, dude.
That was smashing.
It was about the Pyracantha bush, and
It's
yeah,
my twin.
I took crows and like a bunch of some Australian birds, and like took their samples and made bases out of them. Those some OG Deems
Bro.
wrote them. Crazy.
Yeah, that was another one. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you just did that just for fun, just to challenge yourself.
Oh yeah, that was back when
Yeah.
I was just trying. That's when I was like, let me see what I can make bass noises with. Since everybody's synthesizing basses, let me try and make some basses out of. That's kind of how I got into tear out music too, is because it's a lot of like resampling percussion noises, especially like
Right.
earlier tear out music. So,
Mhm.
and it's also how I got like unique sounding bass noises back in the day on
Sure.
the Deems project, is just through like resampling dogs and like whatever else I could find. That I was like, that section would make a killer bass noise.
Yeah.
If I slap 106 OTTs on it.
Yeah. Bro, I see almost every day like content that's almost viral of people doing that exact thing. They're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let me make a whole song out of this pan falling on the ground, or there's like this droplet of water hitting the roof or something. I tried to do that once, and I'm like, man, I want to
Dude,
throw
Crank
some. I want
That's
to throw
killer.
some shit.
Crank
Oh,
That's killer with
Yeah.
doing that, dude. With
Yeah.
making songs out of that. Now, me, I have recently a lot of the whips that I do have obviously tons of meme influence. Like I've posted a lot on my Instagram, but like
Yes.
I do use tons of memes and stuff in this Necrotic Noise project. Just throwing
Bro, you
like
have
with
to.
the Rhythm Haters track that I have even on. It's the Watch Mojo chick that
Oh,
I
yeah.
resampled like in 11 Labs, bro. Like took the vocals from the WatchMojo.com, yeah, and resampled that for the. Everybody hates Rhythm.
I was gonna say it does sound like very
Yeah.
corporate.
Yeah, top 10 rhythm flows. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's the WatchMojo.com.
Dude, nice.
Gotta have ID. It's all about being funky and fun with it.
Yeah, I want to get Jeff Goldblum on the track.
Oh, that'd be fire.
Yeah,
Do a
just-
cameo, like pay him to do a
Yeah,
cameo and put him on the
yeah.
track. Oh, yeah.
I don't know what he would say yet, but
Tell him it's your bar mitzvah.
sure, sure.
You funny as
Give it up
hell.
for iDROPPA's bar mitzvah.
Right.
There's a sound.
But yeah, no, 11 Labs is sick, bro. I've used that quite a bit, dude.
You remember
it's
when
fun.
we when I did that shit for the was it one of the Sagetown shows that we did where it was I used the presidents, bro.
Yeah, you had Biden and Trump going back and forth.
Yeah,
Like, y'all better
bro.
come to the show now.
Choppy and Deems throwing.
I'm trying to
nasty
remember
set.
which show was that. Do you remember?
That was
it
Praise
here?
the Base 2, right?
Praise
was-
the Bass too.
it was
I
here?
think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's when we
here.
went back to back.
Here. Right here.
Big shout out to the Nunnery
Big,
again.
Big
shout
shout
out
out.
to the Nunnery. We love this place, man.
Yeah, this place holds lots of memories.
Yeah, dude. Let's talk about the Praise the Bases. Like, we went back to back on that second one. I forget what happened for the first one.
Tell me why every time we go back to back, it's just a master fluid set, and everybody's just like, "Oh,"
Because
what I'm
I
saying?
think because we're telepathic.
Oh, I think our
Possibly.
styles just merge so good together, bro. It's
Yeah.
refreshing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's mad refreshing,
I will say it is crazy.
and the chemistry is there.
It is crazy.
Yeah, and
Your
we've
guys'
done
back-to-backs
we've back
are
to
wild.
back together more than we've back to back with like other people.
Oh,
Probably
yeah.
more. We've also lived together for long periods
Oh,
of time
yeah.
before, so we've had quite a lot of practice.
Oh yeah,
and like we did, the streams back in the day. the live streams and stuff.
Oh,
We were
dude,
playing
during
on that.
COVID.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah, we talked about that with Kush too.
Yeah, we're just talking about
Mhm.
That was
the
killer.
birthday party.
That was killer,
Those
honestly.
were fun, dude. Those were just like, I'm so grateful for those days because we learned so much, and like if we and we did it, like we weren't scared to do it. You
Oh,
know?
I haven't even shout out to Butcher Shop Records, bro.
Big shout
I wore
out.
this hoodie on purpose.
I've been waiting when we should bring that up. We've kind of been bouncing around chronologically, but I guess this is a good time. It's about the halfway point.
Yeah, how did it start even?
Big fucking shout out to everybody that's ever been involved with Butcher Shop Records. I'm talking Delinquent. I'm talking Sec. I'm
Yep.
talking. I'm gonna forget after.
I'm talking Scars.
Scars.
I'm talking Rodex.
Oh, Brodex, the Greek boy.
I'm talking Elephant. Who else was on Butcher
um,
Shop, man?
The Syrian homie. No.
Shout out to everybody.
Everybody, man. I'm
we
sorry,
named the
dude.
main homies. You know what I still talk to Scars is doing rap, kind of rap
Yeah,
hip hop
I
stuff
talked to
these
him too.
days. Rodex is doing his metal thing out there in Greece, man. All the homies they're still doing it, they're still
Sex
around.
doing his thing. We
Yeah,
got a collab in the works.
Dude, that boy has been killing it, honestly, with the
Yeah.
was he Brazilian, I think?
I think so, yeah.
He's from somewhere in South America, but he's making that South American rhythm, baby, and it's
Oh, dude, yeah, we made some Brazilian funk. He sent me something, and I had to send him I'm like, dude, where's the funk? And
Right.
So I made the funk. I
Right.
sent it back to him, dude.
where's the
Damn, I
Roboton?
forgot.
Like, come on, bro.
I forgot like how many people, like it's like a worldwide underground project you
Dude,
guys
yeah.
had.
So
was across the world.
Ian just decided one day, we're like, yo, let's start a label. This is when, like I said, when we were getting heavy in the rhythm, when the rhythm era started, we were
Mhm.
making like heavy music.
And we were trying to get shit on Spotify and Apple Music and stuff.
Yep.
That
We
was the main goal.
hadn't had any releases. And we're like, why don't we just start a record label? And it kind of like, instead of just us releasing, we started to kind of build a community. And it was honestly
Yep.
very blissful because the community literally became worldwide connections. Each homie that we had acquired was literally from like each different point in the world. And from there,
Global.
it just kind of branched out. It just kind of branched out of knowing other people. And we got one release in, one EP in.
Yep, one compilation E EP.
It was all the tunes were absolutely fire.
Yes, bro.
Even for back when we released them back in the day, all fire
It's a
tunes
shame,
of
bro.
their time.
Where are we at in time here? What year is this?
This is
Probably 2018, 2019, maybe. You know what?
Dude, I have no idea.
Let me look up.
I'm so bad.
Let me
with the-
actually
with the
look
times
it
and
up.
shit. We'll cut to our sponsor real quick. I forget though, dude. It was
Yeah,
so long
honestly,
ago.
don't know.
And I think maybe it's still on Apple Music, but it got wiped from Spotify.
4 years ago. So actually,
So
dude,
yeah,
2022.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit later than that. 2022 was when this compilation was dropped.
Cost Dub Chainsaw. Still up on SoundCloud.
So
Yeah, I
good.
think the EP is still up on SoundCloud. It's Butcher Shop Records Finest Cuts, Volume 1.
Fuck yeah, I'll put that in the description. Go check that shit out.
It is. It's still up. That's crazy.
Dude, yeah, that was quite the experience of like kind of running a label for a little bit.
Yeah,
It's a lot. It was
it
a
is.
lot.
Yeah,
of
and
work.
that's kind of what I was gonna say. It kind of fell off because
Mhm.
that's, I think, around the time also me and you actually started getting booked to shows. Like we started getting back to backs with Hodge
True.
to
That was
Wavy
about the
Wednesdays, and that's when we got our shot. So it was kind of like, do we keep giving Butcher Shop Records like hell of attention, or we take the shot and start, getting a bunch of shows?
That was back at like the steel mill, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh
A
man.
couple at the steel mill, a couple at the boat bar.
There was a couple at it's not the Ready Room. It's
Cusimano's.
it's what the Ready Room turned into. I forgot the
Hot
name.
Java.
Hot Java.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Java was
later.
sick.
That was later on, yeah.
That's like when I played one of my first actual like bigger shows for Deems. Actually, was Hot Java. Like actually, like like a good amount. That one back to back we did at Blue Moon.
Oh my
The
god,
Blue Moon
dude.
Bar, bro.
Yeah, I still think about that shit. That was fucking
Dude.
crazy. We had that place going insane.
Paige was there actually. Pretty sure Paige
You're at
was
that?
at that one when we DJ'd at the bar.
Pops Blue Moon.
That was like the first time we got together. Yeah, dude, that place
Dude.
was like shoulder to shoulder. Everybody was We tore that place.
People were popping their shirts
up.
off. It was
Yes,
just sweat
dude,
everywhere.
Dude.
What that was a Wavy Wednesday, wasn't it? It was based on the hill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Damn.
And that little, it was like a little narrow, it's like a little narrow cracker box bar, you know what I'm saying? And it was literally shoulder to shoulder for the whole front part back to the door, man. And people, everybody in the
Bro.
crowd was just getting lit.
I think that was maybe it was then, and then that one at the steel mill.
Yeah.
I think that's when people started looking at us and going like, "Who the fuck are these two guys?"
Yeah.
Because like neither of us lived in St. Louis.
Well,
Like,
because
we're
we
both
were out at
Illinois
shows
dudes.
talking shit to people, you know what I'm saying? Being like,
Yeah.
yeah, we produce music, like, check us out, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but it wasn't until, you know, Hodge was actually, you know, we got his attention. I think it was, I think it was just because we had released a track or something.
Dude, I had been blowing up
And
the
yeah,
hybrid
the
trap
hybrid
thing,
trap
and then
shit.
when they finally like were down to release a song, they said, "Yo, we also do shows in St. Louis. You should come out and play an open decks Wavy Wednesday."
Yep.
So I'm like, "All right, bet, let's make it happen." And then it once you
started
play one
rolling.
show, you get bit by the bug,
It started rolling.
and it's hard to stop after that.
And low-key shout out to Hodge for putting us both on and starting the show
Big
roll,
shout out.
to be honest.
Yeah, without him, we probably would not have
Started our
really.
names
Yeah,
here in St. Louis.
it would have been a lot harder.
Nobody was giving us a shot. Like we were, you know, and it wasn't even like nobody was even giving us opening deck, you know, slots. Bro.
Nothing.
We were just trying to like, bro, we're producers that we could play an original set, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's your first set of the night, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, dude, this was back when you and I were first like coming into the scene as artists. This was back when you could not break in. There was not an opportunity for like new artists to come and do open decks. There was like little shows that would happen, but like
You had to
know,
be on the promoter's nuts, bro. You literally had to be
Yeah.
on the promoter's
or you
nuts
had to
back
be
then.
you had to be like
I
you know,
mean-
signed to an agency or something.
Yeah.
Or, like,
What's changed?
well, what's changed? I mean, there's a lot of things that have changed. What's mainly changed is the saturation. There's a
Yeah.
lot more DJs now that
I
are
will-
a lot
I will
more
agree with that.
vocal about like getting their spots. Me and him never complained. We weren't like up promoters' asses being like, "Hey, book us. Here's why. Why aren't you booking us?"
And we
Like,
didn't say
man,
shit for a while
never,
either about
never.
wanting to get bookings. We were learning to make music.
Yeah,
and
we were
learning
like
to
the
make
bookings will
tunes.
come to us,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
I will personally say that, like, being a show producer myself, like, yeah, you don't get booked enough.
Well, I'm
Facts.
also like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm
You're not
trying to
trying
make
to-
quality music at this time
Yeah.
and stack and like network with my homies that are already, you know, doing their thing in the scene, getting, you know, tips from them. And really, like I said, when it comes to music these days, people, you know, you get the masked homies that people like them because they have this persona. But in order to be something, your music's got to be something. It's got to say something to people. So, like, I'm at the point of trying to make a few tunes that say something to people, then play a show, then make a
Yeah.
few tracks that, you know, that say something to people, you know, make them want to punch each other in the face, and then play another show. You know what I'm saying? But like, as far as like playing a bunch of shows, I'd much rather like same with the tadpole thing. It kind of teased the track. I'd much rather give you a little taste of something, and then you'd be like, "Where the fuck is this guy at?" And then I'd be like, "Hey, bro, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Come,
bro,
come fly across the
I'm
country
already
and come
one of
check
those
this
guys.
shit out." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I said I'm already one of those guys. It's like, where the fuck is this dude at, man?
And like
You
right
know?
now, like I'll always with the birthday stuff. With if it's like a homie's birthday and like they want me to come out and DJ, like blushing, you know, thank you
Yep.
for inviting me. I'll always do that, you know. But like as far as the like reaching out to promoters, trying to stroke them off, you know, to get a gig, like it's just not, you know, worth it for me right now. Now, if
Yeah.
I start getting like millions of views, I'll go stroke off like Kansas City promoter, a Chicago promoter, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Yeah, when it's worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, you got to know your worth, which I
Exactly.
think you do, and don't sell yourself short because, yeah, people will definitely try to take advantage, as you and we both know that.
Yeah, and like right now, like even like the shows I've gotten to play, there's been a couple people have given me a good like shout out to Megan. She gave me a pretty good opportunity where I got to open up for Hole. That was a huge opportunity
that
for
was
me.
fucking insane.
Oh, dude,
bro.
that
That
was
show
insane.
was crazy,
That was
honestly.
insane,
Yeah.
bro. I think that really actually, you know, put me on an actual like good status of being somebody here in St. Louis. Like it
Mhm.
putting my name as a taste in people's mouths for the first
sure.
time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like other than that, there hasn't been, you know, too many good opportunities. Like you said, people will, you know, use and abuse you. So it's like get decent bookings, but it's like, man, out of some of these bookings I've gotten here, I've gotten to meet like one or two of the DJs I've played for, like direct play for,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm at the point where it's like I'm about to get my music to where they just, randomly, come out and like my stuff, which
Right.
shout out to, like I said, David Nosphere. He's one of the
Mm-hmm.
guys that right now is
Big
supporting
shout
my
out.
stuff. So
Yeah.
love you, David.
Yeah, that's more worth it in the end. If you can get to that point, it's more fulfilling,
Yeah,
I think.
exactly.
Yeah,
Like
or
my
they're
next
coming to
goal,
you.
honestly, is probably get a release on like Cyclops Recordings or
Nice, yeah.
Nimda's label or one of these other labels that are kind of popping off. That's kind of like the next step is
Mm-hmm.
starting to get a little bit more label action going again.
That's the grind, bro.
Oh yeah,
That's the grind. That's what I tell a lot of people to do. I don't think you should like wait around forever. If a label's not gonna drop your song, you should go ahead and drop it, but
yeah, I'm bad
shop
at
it
that.
around, you know.
Horrible.
So you got the Crow's Nest release. Obviously we have Butcher Shop releases.
Yep.
What other labels have you dropped on?
I think other than I've done Runes, which is kind of like a dubstep label.
Mm-hmm.
I've done Electro Step Records.
Okay, yeah.
I've done what is it? Power something, Power Rex
This
Recordings.
guy, he can't even keep track of them all, dude.
And then mostly after that transition to that's at a period of time. That's why I met Joel and kind of helped him with the Primal thing. And most of my Necrotic Noise releases are released through Primal Records.
Right, that's what I was kind of getting at.
Yeah, so like if I have like and right now like we've got a lot of heavy hitters like Divinity and some other people like on the roster.
Hell
So
yeah.
like we've really focused on releasing really good music at this time instead of just release on like a quantity of music, really
Right.
good, nasty music. So like when I have a mad good tune I feel like is right for Primal, I'll probably release on that. But I'm definitely gonna do a lot of self-releasing and self-promotion because I think that's kind of like where it's at right now.
Yeah, it's probably 50-50, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's good to get the new audience that you wouldn't have gotten, on your own from working with the label, but self-releases you're going to naturally gain a new audience just from putting it out on SoundCloud.
Yeah, and I'll keep like underground tunes like to my SoundCloud, but like kind of more mainstreamy, cookie cuttier, more label like songs I'll send to a label. I feel like that's mostly what labels are looking for. Yes, creativity, but like even some of the stuff I hear is still kind of cookie cutter-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of basic cookie cutter-ish.
Yeah, poppy, easily digestible kind of stuff, which it might not be what you want to make, but like you're good as fuck at making that type of shit if you wanted to pursue that, But like we said, you're trying to be genuine and make music that you fuck with, which I think is more important than trying to get label releases.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
What what the fuck do I know? The Primal boys are Australian, correct?
Yeah, Joel's from Australia, and there's also shout out to Beatdown Australia. Yep. That's popping off a lot right now. That's his show series, which we want to try and expand that over here to the US and get a Beatdown USA actually series going. But it's all about getting things right. And there's honestly right now in Primal, I don't think there's a lot of like USA homies on the roster. It's a lot of Australians and New Zealanders
for good reason.
Yeah, a lot of fire homies on there right now.
That's where the fucking gas music is at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I say that they're my number one pick for Bass Olympics every time.
Oh, dude, they've been around forever. They've outshined, Never Say Die. They're around at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like some stuff kind of, happened with Joel in his life. So same thing. He had to give up the label for a little bit, focus on his life. And like, if dude would have been doing it at the same time, he'd be just as big as Subsidia, I'd say, and he'd be on one of the top labels.
Oh my god.
They're still kicking it with like 30,000 followers on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Still, like so.
Fuck.
They're still a heavy hitter in the dubstep world.
And still just persisting on, know. That's all you got to do.
Oh yeah, and they're definitely releasing some like experimental things.
Yeah, and they're fucking with like the new generation, which is huge.
Oh
you know,
that's major huge. He's definitely put on a lot of young guys, which I appreciate.
We love to see it, dude. We absolutely love to see it. So what's like you said the dream label is like Cyclops? You think?
Honestly, I think right now it would be, I'd say Mayhem. Like,
is that
Sound Mayhem or whatever Phase One's record label is right now?
Sounds of Mayhem.
Yeah, Sounds of Mayhem.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
think
that'd
that'd
be
be the
sick.
next one for like just themage, type of music,
Mm-hmm.
heavy metal type
Yeah,
music,
rock
nice,
influence.
heavy experimental type. And it's one of those labels that's kind of popping off right now. I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the thing right now is if I make a tune, I feel like it deserves a spot on that label, I'll send it to that label.
Yeah,
But
you're not just shooting fucking
yeah, just
darts in the
shooting
dark. Yeah,
blanks, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That's
wow,
that's what I'm doing, bro. I got a demo playlist of like 20 songs, and I
dude,
send that to
you
everybody.
should actually. So I need to send them some stuff, but Bloodline Studios actually is trying to get an EP from me, which is
Bloodline. I'm not
um
familiar.
what I'm blanking on people's names, man. It's not
Local.
no, he's not local. He's one of the Savage Society boys, bro.
Oh yeah, you did. Were you in that for a while, or you just like,
Nah, I wish I was in the
or you
Savage
did the
Society,
Defier
bro. Yeah, I
Society,
was in the
right?
Fire
Okay.
Society for a little bit. Ben's Mixers
Oh
label.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So Bloodline Studios, they're kind of I feel like they're kind of the next step up of they're releasing good music, but they're releasing a lot more of just like all over the place stuff.
Mm.
Definitely hit up Bloodline Studios.
Will do, bro. I mean, yeah, like you know me, I've been definitely more on the like the more not melodic, but less heavy
Oh yeah.
wave recently. And that is kind of just because my music tastes have shifted. Like that's the one thing about my project is if you go listen to the beginning to now, like you
Oh
can
yeah.
hear the music that I'm consuming has
Oh
changed.
yeah.
So that means the music that I'm making is going to change a little bit. And people can change with me or not. I don't really give a fuck. I'm just
The
gonna
evolution is crazy. It's
it's
cool to
it's
see, bro.
fun to see.
It is
Yeah.
cool to see.
Yeah, and like I've rebranded multiple times, but like it's all on the same SoundCloud, so you can go back all the way to the beginning and see like the early like Radiant,
Back to the MF Jag and Radiant
psychedelic.
days, bro.
Well, yeah, MF Jag is a whole. That's actually the different SoundCloud. So
Oh
that's
yeah, that's
like,
a whole different one.
yeah, bleep that out because no one knows that's me. No one's listening to that shit in like 5 years either. Beep. But yeah, dude, the side project thing is always fun. Like it's fun to have the main like home base to go back to
Oh
and
yeah.
like to be genuine and be yourself completely. But yeah, doing the side projects and like even doing the label and stuff and just like having a mission is really
Mhm.
fun. Like
Mhm.
working with other people and like having to do that creativity collaboration.
Oh, the collabing thing is definitely my favorite. Working with other people
Yeah.
is definitely my favorite.
Dude, so yeah, back when we first started like hanging out, making tunes and stuff, we definitely like there was that hump we had to get over of I don't know what you want. I like you're saying words or I'd be saying something to you and it like you wouldn't understand what the intention was behind what I'm saying because it's hard to verbalize like, yo, that sound is
Uh huh.
too splingy,
Yep.
you know? And it's like, "Oh, I got to figure out what splingy means." So we're like it's like we had to make our own language kind of
Mhm.
thing. But then once we got over that hump, just telepathy, dude. Like we'd be in the studio and be like, we'd each hear the same thing and like think the same thing, and then just do it without even saying anything.
Well, dude, and it'd get to a point even to where we'd go down to the studio to go make something. There'd be like one day you're showing me something that you learned. The next day I'm showing you a little technique that I
Mm-hmm.
just got done learning. So, dude, it
Oh,
was a
dude.
continuous path of just like helping each other reach where we're at today.
Yeah, and just the more you do it, like the easier collaborations just become.
Oh yeah.
Just once like I figure out how you work in the studio and how I work in the studio, we get to a part and you're like, all right, I guess this is where this is where the second breakdown would be, or this is where the intro would be, and I'll be like, all right, scoot over, I got
Right.
this, and I'll be
Right.
like, all right,
Do
time
you,
to yeah.
do you guys have like a agreed upon favorite collab in the past?
Agreed upon.
I'd say my
Dude.
my personal favorite collab in the past
You say
is
it on three?
Ragoons.
Oh shit, dude.
Is
Yeah,
Ragoons.
Ragoons is a good one, dude. That might be up there because that's like that was right when I was like really kind of figuring out Ableton and figuring out like how to try and make my sound transfer from Logic into Ableton
Mhm.
kind of thing. I really like that song. That was I think we did like shrooms or something and
Shrooms and 8 crab rangoons.
yeah. And we just made that song in like a night. Um That was a really fun one. I think of Pump Up the Jam.
Okay, yes, bro. Yes, bro.
That was like the one of the first Insomnius collabs.
Yeah, no, that one's fire as hell too.
And that was another just like flow state, just like one session. We got the idea down. That was like a 128 BPM.
Yeah, a
song,
little
too.
bootleg remix, pretty
Yeah,
much, bro. A
yeah.
Pump Up the Jam, dude.
My favorite one, I don't.
I was about to ask
No,
Michael, what's your favorite one?
It's the one on
You know what it's called?
No, I
You
don't.
know what it's called, bro?
It's called No. It says No ID on YouTube. What is the name of it?
Is that the Butcher Shot Records
Yeah.
one with No ID?
Bro, no, it's
Is it called No ID?
No, it's got a fucking name, dude.
What's the name of it? Because that's not what it's called
It's
on
called
YouTube.
BFT, and it's an acronym
Oh yeah, bro.
for blunt force trauma.
Yeah, blunt force trauma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you scream on that shit.
No,
I think
that's
Tim
Tim.
screams
The
on it.
Tim, yeah,
Yeah.
me
You do
and
too,
Tim,
yeah.
me and Tim are screaming on that.
Shout out to Tim.
Yeah, shout out
Dude,
to
that
Tim.
song is fucking crazy though. We gotta find that somewhere.
Dude, and I also, if you go back on my SoundCloud, I got the song that's me and Vrodex collabing, and it's also got Tim Grimm screaming on it.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Dude,
too.
throwback. That's what I loved about the
Dude.
days, bro, being young and having all the fucking time in the world. Was able to just connect and collab with whoever, like, had plenty of time in the world.
You'd be getting
for-
everybody too, bro. You'd
Dude.
be like even people that was like, I don't fucking rap.
I was a
don't sing."
demon, bro, back in the day with getting people to collab, bro.
Yeah, you just get people in the studio, get them behind the mic, and just start going, bro. Just
Yeah.
start talking.
I'm
start
shy,
singing.
dude. Start spitting in the mic, motherfucker. Like I didn't share this joint for I didn't share this joint with you for nothing, bro. Start spitting on the mic.
Remember that time Ricardo was on the mic, dude? You were getting him to say the
Dude,
crazy.
I know, and I got Nick on the mic, bro, Ricardo on the
Tristan,
mic. I got
probably.
Tristan, a bunch of people. We made that song called Pancakes, bro. I think you were even on the mic, I think, bro.
Yeah, I was
Damn,
there that
Michael.
night.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was called like Pancakes
Yep.
or something. We were
Wow.
talking
We
about
all
like
rapped.
fucking somebody's mom and making pancakes for her or something like that, bro.
The mega collab.
Oh yeah.
We love to see it.
Oh, dude.
That's just the type of dude you are, though. Like you're just trying to. If you have the homies together, let's fucking do something creative.
Exactly.
You know.
Like I tell people all the time, like we play Rocket League with one of Paige's coworkers, Jesus, and like he fucks around in FL Studio a little bit, makes some like old school funk type beats. I've even told him, dude, I got a bunch of physical gear, bro. Let's, like even if you're not,
Fuck it, bro.
even if you're not down in the synthesizers, you know what I'm saying? Come over here and just, it's fun. Even if you
Yeah.
don't know how to make it, it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Just goofing around with people with music.
Dude, yeah. You might not make anything good or anything, but you might.
You might make a
know?
fucking
You might
banger,
make some
bro. You
crazy
never
shit.
know, dude.
That was something me and Christian were talking about, was just like not being afraid to just work with whoever just down to work, bro. Like, or even people that are like not who you would typically work with, not other producers, but
Oh, yeah.
finding like live instrument players, real musicians
Yep.
type shit,
Finding
Just
somebody
spreading
that
out.
plays, the piccolo or something, or the harmonica or something.
Yeah. If anyone out there, our viewers, if you play the piccolo, let us know, please.
Yeah.
We need that.
And you got to come up dressed up as Master Piccolo, by the way. Hold up. Yeah.
Holy shit. So what's on the books, man? What you got anything coming up other than these fucking tunes you're sitting on, these clips? You getting people all excited about?
Not really, man. Just the tadpole. Like getting, honestly, I got to get some social media material for tadpole going,
Mm-hmm.
so I can
Dude,
release
do
that.
some
But
production breakdowns, bro.
see, and that's kind of like I do want to do some production breakdowns. I should do that at tadpole. I may just post that as a video, like in the Discord. Like what I really want to do, which I've talked to Micah about this before, is when it gets a little warmer at our little secret location that we got going
Oh yeah,
on,
yeah.
possibly hosting some little invites for some of the homies that are actually serious.
A workshop.
A
kinda
little
thing.
workshop, yeah, and
Yeah.
actually sitting down and teaching some homies some like serious skills and have it be like an actual thing. And like if dudes are serious or chicks, even whoever's joining,
Anybody,
make them
all are
sign
welcome.
make them sign a waiver that they're gonna have homework due even at
Oh,
next
yeah?
time, and they gotta complete it. But like
That's a good
I'm really
idea.
trying to get people, because there's a lot of, even in the Discord now, I hang out with a lot of people that produce from St. Louis. As we know it, when we first start, none of these motherfuckers get any attention, bro. And
Yeah.
there's
It's a
some
lot.
people making fire music, but just don't be going out, don't have their name out there.
Yeah.
Couple like Photonic just started getting some gigs this year, you know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And he's been I've known him for a couple of years because of the Discord, and he's been
He's got
making
gas.
rhythm tracks. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So it's like just trying to spread knowledge now, because realistically, I'm only at where I'm at because so many people have spread knowledge with me. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Broke bread with me. You know.
100%, bro. That's where I'm at because of you, dude. Like, you showed me how to use Ableton, you know? Like, I would not be fucking...
Oh, that's an ultimate. Getting anybody, if anybody's interested in transitioned into Ableton, that's a free 99, baby.
Free
You know what I'm saying?
99,
That's free
dude.
99.
And it's an invaluable fucking price,
Oh,
let me
yeah.
tell you.
Oh,
Let me
yeah.
tell you. That information...
Even if
is
you're
invaluable.
cracking Ableton, you know, but
Hey, you know, well, we won't talk about that. But I mean, yeah, dude, like the convenience of being able to, like, when I made that switch from Logic to Ableton and being just, I'm in the basement and being able to be like, hey, how the fuck do you duplicate?
right.
And you're just like, oh, it's Command D. And I'm like, cool, dude. It's like, you just saved me a Google search and 30 minutes of like trying to find some shit on the internet, dude. It was just so convenient. I can't thank you enough for that, bro. And you're just your mindset, you're wanting to share your skills and your knowledge to the people, dude. It's beautiful, and I think everybody should take him up on that, because I mean, we need to up our shit as producers out here, okay? City of St. Louis, you guys need to up your shit up production wise, step it up. Because this dude you're the best producer by fucking far.
I appreciate that, brother.
That's
By
also
miles,
my
dude.
opinion, is that you're probably top producer.
Anyone
in
that
St.
has
Louis.
a fucking brain cell, that should be their opinion. And if you want to get good at it yourself, get some tips from the man.
Yeah, and
That's
I
all
think
I'm saying.
my thing, like, about teaching people too, is you can learn the basics of music on YouTube, literally anywhere. But there's also, when you get into actually this realm of music, and like nowadays, if you want to make a name for yourself in dubstep, you do have to learn sound design. Even if you're using samples, you still have to learn how to manipulate the actual fuck out of them and learn the key principles of, you know, dubstep and music in general. But like, what I want to share to people is like how to experiment, how to manipulate, you know, sound, like see a waveform go like this and be like some weird shit, you know, from phasing or whatever. So
Yeah.
that's what it's about. So yeah, get with me, get the Discord, and that's what I'm about, is not only live producing what I'm doing, but trying to share, you know, if I find a crazy plugin that's either free or just from some dude in his basement that made something crazy, I share it.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, if I make a rec or something for the Ableton homies, sharing it. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
huge, bro. Knowledge is free.
Yeah, because a bunch of the stuff I've gotten a lot of plugins for free from some of the mentorships I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Like Soothe 2 I got from Nimda, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like some of those things, like it's nice to have friends, you know what I'm saying? So people have shared a lot of shit with me. Got really cool with Akuma during a period of time.
Nice.
Rose is super cool. She shared a lot of shit with me, so it's only fair to, you know, share shit with people whenever I find it and make it.
Yeah, dude, the karma cycle, you know.
And one more time, that's on Tuesday nights.
Tuesday nights at 6.
Tuesday
nights
nights
at 6.
Yeah.
Check the description. Can we put a link?
Yeah, I'll give you
Okay.
guys a link. You
Put
can
a
post a link to the Discord on here. That'd be awesome.
Hell yeah.
More people, the merrier. And like I said, even if it's just in there to hang out with people, you know, the more the merrier. You get to know people you maybe not have known were producers. So it's just a gathering of information. Even if there's 24 screens going on of people producing, you can stop and be like, hey, bro, this is sounding like ass. Can you help me out a little bit? And like 5 people will probably chime in and be like, you know, let me listen. Let me help you out for a second. So it's great.
That's what's up, dude. Have you seen the like the multiplayer DAWs?
Actually, so I think me and Serpent tried to do that for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I think, quite honestly, I don't know if it was either my connection was ass or his connection was straight balls.
Oh yeah.
But like it was slow and was kind of finicky.
Was it in Ableton, or were you guys? Because I saw someone made an app.
It's pretty much like, so, bro. It's pretty much like how can I say, PC controller, to where like you have your PC on, but you can like control it from another device or another computer.
I can use your mouse pretty
much.
much.
It's pretty much that.
Yeah, that's like on Zoom. You can like
pretty much
take control of people's
pretty much.
shit.
It wasn't horrible, but also I think it's like you probably have to have like 1 gig fiber internet, like connected Ethernet, for it to be like a crispy experience.
The thing I saw was like a dude. I think he made his own DAW, and he had like fucking hundreds of people in there, And he was like at the very
I think
beginning.
Me and Kush did. I think me and Kush did something like that to where
Yeah.
you made like a project file and it was like in a cloud somewhere and like it was like Excel. If you updated it, like auto save or
Bro,
something like that.
this one was crazy because it was like there's people over here working down here and then other people in the same project like all the way down here making another song.
Hell
And the
no.
guy whose project it was like, I'm taking my drums. I'm going down here with my drums. Like,
Hell no.
because anyone could just put samples wherever the fuck they want.
I mean, that could be a wild showdown.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like the old Disciple mega collab. If they
Dude,
did that, have like
yes.
9 screens, and it's like, I'm grabbing that bass, bro. You hear somebody making a nice bass, resampling that, sir. They're like, hey, you didn't copy,
Dude.
you didn't hold control, bro. Where'd my bass go, dude? All right,
Command Z that shit, right?
right, please.
Dude, those streams were fucking invaluable, bro.
Oh, dude,
I miss that shit.
that's the thing that kills me now. Is anybody getting into music now? There's literally so many resources, and it's good, but it's also bad because there's also like some of our idols that like have to resort to like teaching and stuff to still like make enough money to be like the artists that they are. So it's like it's cool, but it's also like come to a point to where there's so many dudes teaching now, and like it's cool, but so many more resources than there were when me and you started. Dude,
Bro,
our main
insane.
resource, my main resource, I'd say back in the day
YouTube.
for, well, not only YouTube, but busyworksbeats.com.
Oh, yeah. I remember BusyWorks.
As far as like mixing and actual like song theory and song structure and like actually making music, like the art of making songs. Shout out to BusyWorks.
Big shout out.
Him and who else was like big on YouTube back?
Seamless, Quacky Tuts,
yeah,
dude.
bro.
That's my guy.
Rocket Tits or what?
Yeah, Rocket Power, that
Rocket
guy.
Power Sounds, bro.
Yeah, dude, that was. I was just like, I would watch all their Serum tutorials and just copy every single, because I didn't have Serum to where I could just download the preset, so I had to remake every single one, and I couldn't save the preset either, so I would just have to like have it there, and then if I deleted it, it was gone.
Damn. And then we didn't know about resampling back then either. So
no,
I was like,
this was back when I was in Logic, and I was like, I don't even know what the fuck a resampler is,
right?
Dude. It's just in audio already.
Yeah, shit has come so far, so it's like there's so many resources for people to just make music, but like you got to find the right ones to like make the music that you're wanting to make. Go and like follow people, you know.
Patreons are good.
Exactly, Patreons, but you got to go learn the style that you want. And then also realize, like, you got to learn the basics too, but then you got to start learning, like, man, am I making this to implement this rant? You know, like, in dubstep music, dude, me and you, well, like 6 years ago, we'd never clip our tunes.
No.
Ever, bro. We were hitting, like, what, -6 and then
Quiet
maybe -3.
Yeah.
Huh.
Even still, dude. Now your shit is
bro.
smacking,
I have,
dude.
you know, me, and not only me, but some, you know, the homies that are released on big boy labels, they're hitting, like, positive lifts. Like, bro, when I had a mentorship with Stag for a little bit, dude sent me some shit and it was like plus 24 lifts.
24.
Yeah, I was
my
like,
God.
boy.
Oh my.
I was like, boy. Yeah, and dude, like his sample packs, bro. I bought one of his sample packs and the sounds are like 22 positive lifts. I'm like, damn,
Dude.
damn.
Changing the game, bro. Shit's gotta be loud, I guess.
Got to break the rules, baby.
So that was another thing. You said you took a mentorship from Stag. You're one of the most knowledgeable producers that I know, and you are still. And I don't know if you're still doing it, but you were down to take mentorships from people. Like you were seeking out, like these mentorships from these bigger artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I commend you for that, because that just shows like how much commitment you have to keep learning and keep growing as an artist. You know.
Yeah, and I did the Fire Society for a little bit, did some of the one-on-ones in there, just the basic classes. My longest mentorship was with Barney, you know, NIMDA. Then I did a little bit with Stag, did some with Nosphere before I even did the NIMDA mentorship. And then now it's really just, I did a song with Beyond Repaired, rest in peace to his soul.
Rip.
Yeah, me and him made a super fire collab, released it, and that's what got Nosphere's attention. And that's, you know, from there. And now it's just kind of, I have Nosphere's Patreon, just kind of get feedback from him because I value him as a producer. He's also a super nerd when it comes to audio stuff, so I value his opinion. No, he's from Hungary, actually.
Oh, shit. Okay, wow.
So.
Shout out, dude.
Shout out to David.
Stay hungry. Cool. Well, you got any other like tidbits of advice or you want to give to the people or knowledge nuggets or sage advice?
Um, I'd say for anybody getting into producing, don't take it too seriously at first. Don't go wild buying the best fucking equipment you can buy. You can make good music with a MacBook and some headphones. You know what I'm saying? But also,
Facts.
when you get into music, learn basic, just like life, learn where you're at in your progression. Don't, be humble throughout your entire music experience and good things will happen. Keep sticking to it, make good music, make better music than you made yesterday. Just keep bettering yourself and you'll eventually reach where you want to be.
Well said. Beautiful.
Yeah, that's great advice.
Appreciate it.
Micah, you got anything for the people?
I mean, everybody should go to SoundCloud immediately after watching this and definitely check out Necrotic Noise.
Yep. Go peep that shit. Go check the clips. Go check the vault. Check it all out.
Tune into Discord.
Yep. Check the Discord. Go to sagetownproductions.com.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys
For all
for
the fun
watching.
stuff.
Thank you, gentlemen, for having
Of
me
course,
on.
dude. Thank you for coming. Shout out to the Nunnery. Thank you, Micah. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Peace.